Good day, dear friends. Welcome to English lesson. It is my pleasure to see you here again. From the slides, you see that today our topic is Azerbaijan. We'll speak about Azerbaijan, our sunny country. We'll speak about Azerbaijan, our sunny country. As you know, the capital city of Azerbaijan is Baku. What about the population? According to the last census, which was held in 2019, the population of Azerbaijan is approximately 11 million. 91.6% of the population is Azerbaijanis, and what about the rest percent is given to other nations and ethnic groups living in Azerbaijan. They are Georgians, Russians, Tats, Avars, Sakurs, Talysh, Lazgis, and so on. Our official language, as you know, is Azerbaijani. And what about our national currency? Our national currency is manat, which was represented in 1992. According to the constitution, Azerbaijan is a presidential republic with three branches of power. These three branches of power are executive, legislative, and judicial. And the top and the highest power of the government is executive power, which is headed by president. President is at the same time commander-in-chief and the representative of Azerbaijan in home and foreign policy. As we mentioned, that the executive power is headed by president, and the president appoints the cabinet of ministers and other high-ranking officials. The president rules our country through power offices, which is called presidential administration. What about our foreign policy? Priorities of foreign policy of Azerbaijan include, first of all, the restoration of the territorial integrity of our country. First, elimination of the consequences of the occupation of Nagorno-Karabakh, including 7 regions of Azerbaijan surrounding Karabakh. That's when we speak about foreign policy, we can mention the Azerbaijan's membership and then relations with other countries. So let us see what we know about the relations and membership of Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is an active member of international coalitions fighting international terrorism. And then an active member of NATO's Partnership in Peace program. And besides, Azerbaijan has the diplomatic relations with more than 158 countries and holds membership in 38 international organizations. These organizations are NATO, UNESCO, ISESCO, EU, etc., etc. What about the foreign trade and investment? As you know, Azerbaijan is rich with natural resources, which is headed oil and gas. Azerbaijan has trade relations with more than 125 countries of the world. And what about our major export? Our major export is gas and oil productions. If we speak about exports, and we have to touch our major import as well, that what about our major imports? Our major imports include food, machines and metalwork, light industrial products, chemical and agricultural products as well. Why Azerbaijan has a trade relation with more than 125 countries? Because Azerbaijan has very significant geographical feature. Azerbaijan is situated between Europe and Asia, and it is on the Great Silk Road. It gives opportunity to Azerbaijan to have very good relations with European and Eastern countries, Asian countries, and Azerbaijan plays very significant role of bridge between Europe and Asia. If you go to your textbook, page 170, you can find here word file, which is very important for us when we read and understand the reading material about Azerbaijan given on other pages. These words are admission, ensure, framework, influential, maintain, multilateral, mutual, profitable, relations, and unitary. I am not going to give the explanation and definition of these words. If you go to your textbook, as I mentioned, page 170, you can find the definition and explanation of these words. And what about the next page? If you visit to page 172, you will see here reading material about Azerbaijan. And this reading material can be divided into three parts. The first part is about Azerbaijan's relations. It is seen from the flags here that Azerbaijan has very good relations with other countries. And what about the second paragraph? Second paragraph is about our major export market, and third one is about the Azerbaijan's relations with highly developed, developed and developing countries. Now let us go to paragraph 1. That it is in paragraph 1, it is said that Azerbaijan is one of the 6 independent Turkic states and is an active member of Turkic Council and the Turksoy community. And as we mentioned in our previous slide, that Azerbaijan has approximately 100 relations with 160 countries. These countries belong to Europe, Asia, America, and of course ex-Soviet Union republics, because Azerbaijan used to be one of the republics of the ex-Soviet Union. When it comes to membership, as it was mentioned, Azerbaijan holds membership in 38 organizations, international organizations, and at the same time it has diplomatic relations with these countries and organizations. And second one, as I mentioned, speaks about the major export market, and third one says that Azerbaijan maintains very good relations with European Union in the framework of Eastern European neighborhood policy. Here you see gaps in this reading material and words above the reading material. So it is clear that this reading material is incomplete. So let us try to complete the reading material, filling in the gaps with one of these words. What about the first one? The first gap goes to the word unitary, because it is about Azerbaijan and its what kind of republic Azerbaijan is. D goes to gap 2 and 38 international organizations. Then what about major? The word major, it goes to number 3, which says that Azerbaijan is the major export market. Number 4 goes with the word profitable, that mutually profitable cooperation. Number 5, the word for the number 5 is significant. This is attached significant importance. Then what about the next gap, number 6? It is the word foreign goes here, is in its foreign policy. Number 7, the appropriate word for number 7 is economic. Then the right word for number 8 is political, and the last one is global. A country to the global economic system. And what about the next page and next slide? If you go to this slide, you can find more information about the Azerbaijan's relations with different international organizations, and the names of the organizations have been mentioned here. As I mentioned, Azerbaijan is in a good relations with 160 countries of the world. So it means that Azerbaijan is really is known all over the world. So it is very interesting to hear what foreigners say about our sunny Azerbaijan. Now let us watch the video, Azerbaijan through the eyes of foreigners.
That is nice, beautiful, and like there are many places that you can go.
Filled with culture, fastly developing and waiting to be discovered by people from my part of the world.
It's an exciting city. It's developing faster than anybody can even imagine.
Historical, modern, and musical.
I'd have to say that the oil bath in Naftalan was probably the best experience I've ever had. Nowhere else in the world can you actually sit down in a bathtub full of oil. Just a really, really unique experience.
One of my first days here, I couldn't find my apartment. I had to go into a small restaurant to ask for directions. People just approached to me and they started asking, where are you from? The moment I said I was from Argentina, I was studying here, they got so happy. They invited me to a birthday party they were having. They just stuffed me with food, gave me a drink, we danced all night, and I just wanted directions to get to my home. And I ended up spending the whole night with this group of people that I had never met in my whole life.
With some friends, I owned a 1980 Lada. In this car, we've traveled all over Azerbaijan. It was actually a really amazing way to see the country and to meet people because it's always breaking down, and people are always very, very willing to help, fix the car, diagnose what was wrong, help us to get on our way.
When we hear the foreigners speak about Azerbaijan, we really feel very proud because Azerbaijan is considered by foreigners to be friendly, peaceful, tolerant, and very interesting country. So children, that's all for today. Wish to see you safe and sound next time. Bye.